If I'd go back in time to make my first money online again, this is exactly what I would follow. Just to say it up front, this profit loop blueprint is not a magic spell. You still need to put a lot of effort, take risks and strive being better than 99% of people. If you commit to this scheme, you may be surprised by your growth, but only if you treat it seriously. So let's jump to the step number 1, which is the revision of mind. Sometimes achieving your goals, it's not about what you do, but what you not do. Think about your daily routine. Does it correlate with your ideal, desired role model? Chilling and playing video games relaxes and helps you only in the short term, but pay more attention to your long-run time and energy investments. Get rid of things that take your attention away and slow you down. It's your responsibility to make sure that you have a free space for something big in your life before adding anything new. Don't you think it's way more complex to hike with a backpack full of things that may not even be necessary and help you on your route? So why not to get rid of them? More not always means better, the same works with your head. Here the Atomic Habits book comes into my mind, but let's move to the next one, which consists of 2 parts. And the first one is reverse engineer. Here you need to ask yourself what kind of person you want to become and where do you want to be in, let's say, 5 years. It will be extremely valuable for you if you can visualize your result and how your life will change after you achieve what motivates you today, storing this image in your long-term memory. What kind of actions did you take to come to the destination you admire? Well, it's impossible to say right now for sure, because this destination has already been achieved only in your imagination. However, don't stop thinking about it. I recommend you to find several people who will inspire you to create your own version of the ideal future. Just don't forget that each person has his own unique way. And here is the second part of this step. Research. This research will depend on your ambitions and your situation, but most probably you will have 2 ways to choose from. Find a job or start a beginner-friendly business. If you don't have money and skills to create something yours now, I strongly recommend you to find a job. But do it wisely, because each job should get you closer to the future that you visualized on the previous step. Don't waste your time on something that gives you nothing more than money, because if you need a job, you actually need an experience. Always keep in mind that it's a set of skills that you acquire on your job. But also, don't forget about the simple fact that yes, you still need to make money there to create something gorgeous. If you have money or skills, in the vast majority of cases I still recommend you to get a job, since without experience you risk to lose your cash, and without a purchasing power you will struggle with your basic needs, what will result in you moving back to being an employee. However, here I explain how you can start with only one piece of a puzzle, so check this video to know how to make your first steps creating your online business without tons of experience or cash, one by one, including planning and implementation. And of course, if you have both experience and at least some money, you definitely can make a leap and start a beginner-friendly business. And here we come to our next step, already inside the profit loop, which is top 1 skill. By the way, everything inside this loop works regardless of the fact if you decided to find a job or create a business. It's not a decisive factor here. For some time, put all of your efforts into something one crucial skill that will make you the most profit. If you plan to make money with software development as, let's say, a freelancer, so make sure that you put enough efforts into developing this particular skill. If you want to start an online marketing agency, make sure that you understand SMM, SEO, copywriting, and so on. Will that be a real practice in a combination with courses or anything else? Make sure that you constantly improve your proficiency with your top 1 money-making skill. Practice and consistency will make difference here. Sky is the limit, but don't lose too much time on a theoretical preparation. Make sure that you start implementing your skills. The next step here is create infrastructure. And now, when you have already invested yourself into the most important thing, which is your top 1 money-making skill, it's time to make all of the things around helping you. If you decided to create your business, think about what tools may speed up the process. Maybe you should start using a new CRM system, or you need to make your own outreach more efficient and fast. The same recommendation works if you are an employee. In your case, maybe you can benefit out of AI or creating your mail list, or probably you need to work on your social medias to create a stronger personal brand. Again, analyze what processes make you slower and find out the solutions. Set everything up and make your system let you remain efficient regardless of external factors. Keep in mind that people have created factories to leverage their outcomes, so now is the great moment to do the same in your life and your business. So next step is reinvest. If you have been following the loop so far with consistency and dedication, most probably you have already started your first money. And do you know what actually should be done with this profit? Yes, correct, it should be reinvested in you and your system. It's too early to simply spending what you have generated so far, so I recommend you to constantly put 60% of your profits into your top one money-making skill and 40% into your infrastructure, at least in the beginning. This will make your money work on you, enhancing your position over the time and opening new doors in front of you. Remember that the number one mistake that people make here is they simply start overspending, and you will have a great temptation to do this, but you better invest. This is the battle between long-term and short-term pleasures. Why should you chop down the tree that you've planted for firewood if you can treat it properly and make your family enjoy delicious fruits for generations ahead? Let's go to the next one, which is expand. Probably this is the moment when you can be a business owner in any case, even if you were an employee till now. Grow your team, expand your markets, add new advantages for your clients to make their experience with you as good and smooth as possible. I don't recommend to do this too early, but probably you can even expand your service or product line. And one more way to develop here is to start investing in marketing and brand awareness. Start attending conferences, events and masterclasses, meet new people and enhance your network. This is the place where you have already everything working as you wanted. Now you need to make it even more robust, thanks to the fact that you were reinvesting your profits earlier, of course. And here we go to the last step of the profit loop, which is find investors. Why did they actually say find investors? Man, I was talking about find mentors. This is something that 98% of all of the business owners never do. They forget that the fastest way to success is to learn from those who have already achieved what you want to achieve. Strongest people can create other successful ones by sharing their wisdom and experience. It's difficult to find them and even more complicated to make them interested in helping you. It will come along the way. You will understand how necessary it is to have a right networking around, and yes, nobody will tell you how to find your mentor, you should understand it yourself. We usually don't even have any idea about the opportunities and dangers that surround us, so be humble enough to learn from the best in your business. On each of these steps, don't forget to analyze your decisions and implementation, because moving without analyzing your way will lead you to nowhere. You may wonder why steps 3 to 7 are inside the loop. Well, simply because your top one money-making skill will evolve and change together with you. The infrastructure that you've built once will also not be suitable for you forever. You have to enhance it. Reinvesting and expansion, as you understand, never actually stop, as well as expanding your network. Following this profit loop will make you much closer to your goals, if you treat it seriously and consistently, of course. If you're interested in my step-by-step plan on how to create and develop your online business in 2025 from scratch, check this video.